Good. So I'm going to use just the input and output to just do efficiency. Then I'll combine that with the other variables at the bottom here to do the regression. And for the efficiency estimation, and this is environmental efficiency. Why is it environmental? It's simply because of the incorporation of this last column called CO2. Otherwise, it would simply have been energy efficiency. But with the incorporation of the undesirable output, it becomes environmental energy efficiency. This is the best way of measuring energy efficiency, not the old way. The old way, they just use energy over output or GDP. Okay? These are sometimes even called energy intensity. So it's not really good. But this is a better way of measuring energy. It takes care of energy, labor, capital, GDP, and everything. There are also groups. So I'll do some group analysis before we start. I will check whether there are significant differences in each variable across each group. So the first thing to do is to write your code in R. So I'm going into R, and the first code I'm going to write is, I'm going to call it Dumisani, but with the letter D. But I've been using D a lot. So let me use U. Okay, I'm calling it U. So the name of the data is U. And I don't know whether it was Jonathan or Rofiwa. One of you was saying that you should use the less than with a hyphenation. This less than with a hyphenation, that is assignment operator. Please, I want you to know that it's the same as the equal to symbol. I'm sure you know. The one who was telling more to do that.
Yes, it was
equal to symbol.
Yes, it was
So
to create an column.
Yeah. You don't have to worry yourself too much writing that because it's quite complex to write that, but equal to is simple. Okay, next. You write read.delay. See what I start typing, it starts showing. Okay. And then you write clipboard because you're going to use clipboard approach. Clipboard is a way to send the data from the cursor to your R. Okay. So I'm going to use that clipboard approach. I will not write the instructions and commands because it will take time. That's why I talk about them. So when you watch the video, you can look at the instructions along with it. Now, I'm going to load the data. I copy the data in Excel. So I'm going to Excel. I'm copying only this data. I click anywhere inside. I do Control A to copy, Control C to copy, Control A to highlight, Control C to copy. It's copied, but you never paste into R. When you come to R, you just click anywhere and do Control Enter. Or you can go to the top here and do Run. Once you do Control Enter or you click Run, the data is loaded. To see that the data is loaded, you see the blue console, the blue write-up down there in the console. The console is like the result. Okay. Now to see that the data is truly loaded, you can highlight just the U and do Control Enter again. The entire data will be shown here. The data has been truncated. It's telling you that 51 rows have been omitted because it's too long. So sometimes you need the head and the tail to see the top part, head, then the name of the data, which in this case is U. Okay. Then you can run it and it will show you only the head of the data, as you can see. Okay. As you can see, just the first 6 rows. You can also do the tail of the data. Okay. That will give you only the bottom half. You can see that even whilst I come here, it's trying to show. When I put the cursor here, without even clicking, the data is here. By the way, you can also view the data in a kind of Excel style. Let me show you the bottom first. If you want to view the data in Excel file, just type view. Okay. And then you type U, the name of the data here. And when I run this, watch it, it will open. Oh, view didn't show, hold on. Did I use capital? It's so fun. Yeah. I like it when I face mistakes. Let's see. We should read the data. Anyway, there are two ways you can read the data. You can come to the right, top right here. Okay, look at the top right. Do you see you on the top right? More. You clicked on this some time ago. Do you remember this one? At the top right.
Yes, Prof. Yes, Prof.
So here you can just click on the data. Okay, once you click this, the data is open at the top in a beautiful kind of tabular form. That's what you have here. And it is actually view you. I don't know why it didn't come. Maybe it's because I use small letters. It should be capital. Okay. Anyway, so that is it. Now let's go to where we're typing. Okay. So view you will actually show you the data in a kind of a beautiful Excel, because when you're looking at it in a beautiful Excel like this, as you can see here, it looks nice. It looks cool. It looks juicy. All right. Now let's fill the data. Let's fill the data. One thing you can do is contingency table. Okay. I'm about to show you something about contingency table. In fact, I need to write an instruction for that, just so you know. Generate or create contingency table. Now, this is only for categories. So if you don't have categories in your data, groups in your data, you don't need to do anything about contingency. Okay. So contingency table is a very wonderful way to have a feel of some related things about the table. I'm going to do this, but I'm copying one I've already done so that I just quickly edit. Sometimes I don't like too many writings. Okay, so I'm going to do data. I need to have two groups. And apparently, my good friend doesn't have two groups. The only group you have, as you can see in the data above here, is income group. Income group. But contingency table is nice for when you have groups. So unfortunately, I cannot do contingency table. Let me see. If I do U dollar income group, and anytime you want something about a thing, you want to type, you don't need to type. Come down here in the data set, copy whatever you want to type. I don't think that there will be anything I can do with contingency table. I don't think so, but let's try and see. Yeah, it only tells me that the lower middle income is 176. Okay, but that is for all of them. Can you confirm whether your data is 176 in all?
Yes, that's correct. It's 176.
So it just gives me for all of them. Okay. But if there were other ones, okay, like let's say that there was another column that has some categories, you could have used that also to do. Now, the next thing you can do is generate what is known as, let me just go here and show you something. We were trying to show some plots, okay, some plots, and I just wanted to do that for one of you. So I'm just going to do this plot for you so that in case you have to plot something, for example, some of the variables can be plotted as line graphs and things. I want to plot this plot on just 4 graphs so that we don't have them all. So this command I have here says that the next 4 graphs, I'm combining them. I will not run this yet. Okay, but I'll do them one by one before I come and do this one so that you can appreciate it. So what I'm going to do is that to do this, you need to install a package called gingenplot2. It does all the plotting beautifully for you. I'm going to run this package. I've already installed it. Okay. But if you haven't installed it, you normally have to come to the packages here. Okay. You normally will come to packages here. Then you choose install. Then once you click install, the pop-up will open, and then you will type the name of the package into your repository CRAN, okay, here. So if the name of the package is blah, 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 type the name of the package. If the package is something that is good, it will pop, like JJ. Okay, everything about JJ plot will start showing. Then you select the one you're looking for. I have it already, so I'm just not doing it. Ask me questions. That's the only way you learn. All right. So let's assume I've installed and now I've invoked the package. I want to get a pie chart. There's no, let me see whether I can get a pie chart. Let's say we want to get a pie chart for income group. So I do U, that is the name of the data. And then I do income group. Again, I don't think, I don't think this thing might work because the groups are only one. Like I said, we have only one category. But all the same, I want to see how it will show. Yeah. Let's try for another variable where one of you have. Just move this one to the right so that everything is clear. Energy. I don't like using pie chart at all, but I just want to do pie charts just so that you guys can get a feel. Okay, so let's try it again. Oops. Do you guys see the pie chart? This is because the information I'm showing is just too many. That's why I say pie charts is not the best thing you might want to do. But what you might want to do is, but I want to show 4 graphs. Okay. Anyway, I'll do some values. So let me move this pie chart to the bottom because we don't really need pie chart.
Doc, you said you'll stop the recording and start it a new one. Is it recording? Just checking.
I've started.
It is recording.
Oh, thanks. No, I missed it.
So I'm going to do histogram for the first data. Normally, when you can't see the data, you can go and run the head again to see the head of the data. So I want to look at a histogram of energy. Okay. Remember, you can even also look at some of the data across time. And you can use Excel to easily do that. So histogram for energy. Okay. So this is histogram for energy. You can see that I just indicated the color to be rainbow. Okay. If you want rainbow and you indicate the color, it will give you the various rainbow colors. But other than that, you can just use the number ones that we are using, say 54, 300 and something, 602. Let me just use that. And then this is the color. Again, look at it carefully. You see that it's not normally distributed. Now, what do I mean by it's not normally distributed? Well, you guys know. You guys really, really know. I wouldn't even go there. Okay. Normal distribution means it's bell-shaped. Let's take another plot before I'll combine all of them together. Let's take kernel density plot. That is a histogram with a kernel density. And again, some of you, I'm going to use this one to just show. I will even have other plots that are here. So it's even better this way. Everything that I'm doing, I'll show it. If you don't understand, you ask. So we have box plot. Box plot, I can do energy. I can look at energy across the different groups. Okay. So I'll do U dollar energy. And then I'm going to do that by income group. So you do income dot group because that's the name that was used. You can see that as Paul. And then here we have rainbow colors. I want to just do 7 rainbow colors. Just watch this thing. This is box plot. This is non-numeric argument to the binary operator. Did I really do that? Or I've switched it. Hold on. I think I may have switched them to the command. So let me see, energy according to groups. Okay, so it's rather this way. I'm trying to not show a box plot for one thing. I'm trying to show a box plot for several things, but it doesn't look like. Other than that, let me just remove this. And then, even if I remove that, okay, so it's just for energy. So how do I do a box plot for all of them? Just a second. I want a box plot for all of them, okay, for all the groups. That Dimsani, do you have all variables available?
Yes.
You have it for every variable?
Yes.
Okay, just a second. So this is a box plot for energy alone, but I want a box plot for what's the next variable apart from energy? Capital.
You've got energy, you've got real capital.
The main thing is energy and GDP. Let me try GDP. So I want to check GDP across the income groups. Come on, income groups, don't disappoint me. Ah, so you labeled it as lower middle income, right? You see, they all have income. You could have removed the income and called it lower middle, or that's what came from the source.
Yes, each of those countries are labeled differently, but I see it's only taking or showing the first ones as lower middle income. But remember, there's higher incomers there, which is one, Seychelles. Then the others are middle, upper income. So they get, it's just that they are all under income group column.
Yeah. I don't get it. Because they are supposed to be separated according to income group, which is what I'm doing. But for some reason, the income groups are not changing, even if I expand this thing. It looks like the income groups, you have lower middle. Oh, they are all lower middle. The data you gave me, they are all lower middle. Are you aware?
No, I think something happened then. Because remember when I just showed you, when I clicked on the what's this? On the
No,
tab,
that one was the other variable. See, other variable.
Yeah.
But the input and output, watch it. The input and output are all lower middle, lower middle, lower middle, lower middle, everything.
No, it can't be.
Do you see?
Yeah, I think then there's a mistake there on that file.
Made a big mistake. Now, let me change it by sort by date.
Maybe let's remove that digitization sorting. first, so that it will go back to its normal.
Yeah, how do you remove that? Let me just sort by year. Let me just go here. Let me sort. Where is it? Sort, custom, and then just use year. So in this case, it starts from 2022. Now yours was 2020, right? Yours was 2012.
It's 2012 up to 2020.
Okay, so what I can do is that I can sort this one according to lowest, smallest to largest. So that 2012 comes first. That way, Angola, Botswana, Congo, Comoros. Oops, it even still changes here. Hash. It still changes here. If I sort it out by year, it changes. My goodness. It changes. Hold on, let me see your organized data.
Yeah, but
I think your organized data might have it. Angola, Botswana, Congo.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Angola, Botswana, Congo, Comoros. Okay, so I can copy this, isn't it?
Yes.
That is why the graph wasn't working. Oh, Marata Puyaya. You almost killed me.
Apologies. That's why when I was doing the sort by on R, it only gave me one, and I couldn't pick up what was the issue.
Okay, hopefully. Let's just verify that the first. Angola is a lower middle. Zimbabwe is a lower middle. Seychelles is high. I want South Africa. South Africa is upper middle, right?
Upper middle, I think.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm copying the data again. Let's go to the R again. Man, I thought I was coding wrongly. It killed me. So let's load the data, show the head, show the tail. Income by group. No wonder the group even didn't work.
Yeah.
You see now?
Yes, now it's there.
Now the groups are working. You see, now you can see the contingency table is great because it tells you that higher incomes are 11, lower incomes are 3, middle income. You see, this one quickly gives you a feel of the data. Okay. Let's go
on
to the
X4.
Huh?
No. On that first one, you shared the the video. It worked, but on the yesterday or the day before yesterday, I struggled. It only gave me that one. It could be that entry that was wrong there.
Sorry, I didn't understand a word of what you said, but let's move on.
No, I'm saying the first file on R you shared, I could sort out per group.
You want it?
No, it worked, but it's just that we had other issues there. But
Of course,
it did work.
of course. Yeah. All right, let's look at a histogram now. Histogram. This is it. Okay. A box plot of energy alone. That is it. A box plot of energy across income groups. Now I can do that. I can do energy across income groups. You see? Now it's showing you clearly. In fact, let me use a rainbow now. So that the rainbow will give us a different color. So you can see from this picture that you can see that the upper middle income are using more energy. Do you see that?
Yes.
Look at that.
Which is expected.
And the lower income are using almost the same, sorry, lower income level are using almost the same. These words are very, very long with the income. So you have to stretch it before they will show. See, let me tell you something. In order for us not to make our life complex, let me show you something. When you go to the Excel here, because the word lower middle income, upper middle income, blah, 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 it makes things too long. So one thing you can do is that you can copy this whole column, go to a new sheet altogether, paste it here, and then use find, okay, and replace. And when you use find and replace, you can say that find lower middle income and replace that with lower middle. You get a point?
Yes.
You can use replace all. It's done. 88 of them have been replaced. Then you can say that upper middle income, replace it all with upper middle. That one too, all is done. So that the too long write-up, you get a point, it's done. Then you come back here, copy this, go back here, and paste. So that these long things, they don't make you stretch the graph. So I'm just quickly reloading them here. Then come to the graph. Of course, this one, you see that now you have high income, low income, lower middle, upper middle.
Yes, that's correct.
Then you can now do your histogram of the first one, a box plot of this, and then a box plot of all of the groups. Of course, you have to stretch it a little bit if you want the names to be shown. But now you can see that the names are shown. If you can copy this and go to your Word. So let's say that this is your Word document, your thesis Word document or whatever. Oops. There are two ways you can copy and paste. One way you can copy and paste is you can export as a PDF or export as a picture, whichever one it is. Or better still, you can use snipping tool. So snipping tool, you can use that, snip it. Normally that one doesn't, not too colorful, but you see. And then once the snipping is done, you can copy the thing, go to your Word, and boom, you can paste. See, once you paste it, you can now comment about it in your Word. I get to my point.
Yes.
That's it. I just want to show, yeah, Jonathan, go ahead.
Yeah, Prof, maybe, I don't know, can slap me when you see me if my question is, why wouldn't we use a pie chart for this?
Use a pie chart.
Because they'll give you
The thing about pie
percentages and
chart
so
is that,
forth as
let
well.
me tell you, the thing about pie chart is that it doesn't really, it's an old stuff. Come on. Some old
Okay.
stuff. The world is advanced. I'm about
Okay,
to show you
I was just okay. There you answered me.
some old stuff. You know, I'm about to even show you a better one than this because what I've just shown you, it doesn't only show you the center, also shows you the distribution. But there's one called violin plot. That is even much more powerful. The thing about violin plot is that it shows you more. Okay, I'm about to show you a package that will give you even better plot because the way things are going, we don't just want the central tendency. A pie chart even just gives you the frequency. It doesn't give you the distribution at all. It doesn't also even give you the central tendency. By central tendency, we are looking at the mean. You see, this box plot tells you the median, the center. It tells you the 75th percentile. It tells you the third quarter, which is the 25th percentile. It tells you the second quarter, which is the median, okay, from which you can deduce the mean. It tells you a lot of things. By pie chart is just giving you numbers. You know what I mean? So let me show you one that is even giving you so many things. So you load this package called library, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, it says there's no package like that. So when there is no package like that, you have to install the package. The package is R02 Pro. Okay, R02 Pro. So let's do R02 Pro. That's it. Okay, I click install to install the package. Once this package is installed, you use the group name. Our group name is income. Okay, so I'm going to use the Y to be X to be income. The name of the data is U. My X is income. My Y, I may have missed. Which one is mine? And then I may have to swap them. And then I will have something like this. So let me now run this one and then show this graph. Okay, there you go. So watch it carefully now. What it's doing is now it's giving me the distribution. It's not looking too good to the graph. Well, it's there. The only thing is that it's not looking too good. I think they have been measured. Energy might not be the best one to use. Let me try GDP. Ooh, why is my destiny looking so slow? All of a sudden. I just want to change the energy to GDP. It's not looking that great. It's not looking that great, so I just want to change this one a bit. Yeah, sometimes you have to do a bit of this try and so I do. The name of the data is U. My group is income. It's quite strange. Even the income group was called income. Let me see the first one. I'm filling by income group. And then this is GDP. And then I run it. I just want a good graph. This one gives me kernel density, but it is so tiny looking. It looks like the upper income are doing so well that they have just hidden themselves from the others. Okay, one last thing is to do this thing by GDP. Let me see. Yeah, with that. It's good, just that my data is not showing. But these are some graphs that you can show in there. Okay, so let me show two more graphs, and then you can put it together. So I've shown box plot. I've shown, let me go to kernel density. So I just want to show a kernel density of 1, 2, 3. Plotting the density of GDP, or let's say still energy. Okay, energy. Why is this showing? I wanted a kernel density. It gave me histogram. Yeah, this is it. So this is a kernel density plot for energy. But let me stick to energy. And then you can do a quantile probability plot for energy again. So that I can put all of them. This is just visualization you got to do, okay, for some of them. So I'm doing for energy. It's all energy, 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 energy. You can do for the other variables. Okay. How they look is good for you to check. And then here, I just want to do the plot. And this is it. It's not quantile normal probability plot. What it's supposed to be is that the point must be on the plot. And in this case, you can see clearly that they are not really good at all. Let me see that of GDP. GDP. That one too is not too normally distributed. So I just want to put these graphs together. And now, guys, watch here. To put all these 4 graphs together, you now go and run the PAR-info. And then histogram is the first one. You see it has come on this. Then box plot, I'm doing the second one. It's going on the right. Then kernel density is going on this, and then the last one is going on that. So this helps you to put all of your graphs together, okay? If you want to show all of the graphs together and nicely like this. I want to end graphics. I will not do the other graphics again. If you want to check whether any of these variables is normally distributed, there's something you will use called Shapiro.test. So I can check whether any of them is normally distributed. I can even start with GDP and check whether GDP is normally distributed. I just did that, and the p-value shows that it is 0. And when the p-value is less than 5%, it means that it is not normally distributed. When it is more than 5%, it means that it's normally distributed. And you can see that all the graphs I'm showing here shows that the variables are not normally distributed. These are preliminary works. Do a bit of these preliminary. You see what you are probably looking at is nice. If you do it for energy and for GDP, and take this picture here, you go to your Microsoft Word where you are typing, you click paste. Oh, come on. Oh, my distance is frozen. So you can see that you can paste your result, all of them at a go, to indicate, and then you talk briefly about each one of them. Oh, here too, you remember that you can always squeeze it and show how each one looks like. You can always show. So here, if it is any one of them, you can click and show, you can click and show. And then you can have some beautiful visualization. These are called preliminary work of your work. All right. Now, the next thing, and I've also shown you how to do contingency tables. So let's go to what Moore was struggling with. We now need to do what we call descriptive statistics of the data. To do that, okay, so I'm going to type here an instruction that says describe summary of data. And that's what you are struggling with. So descriptive statistics of the data, to do that, install psych package. Install PSYCH first. There's a package called psych package. It's an instruction I want to push there. So I'm going to put here library. It's sometimes a library, and then you type psych, PS, it will show. PSY, that's it, psych. Okay, so this package is a package for personality, psychometric, and psychological research. You install this package first, and then you can now type describe. Watch it. I'm going to describe the entire data set. Then you describe you. That's the name of your data. Okay, and guess what? Oops. Oh, I need to run the psych package first. I wrote it, I didn't run it. So run it, there you go, and then now click describe. This is it. I don't like the way this thing has been showing huge numbers at all. But the good thing is that you have the descriptions for all of this. I don't know why. They are showing the things you're looking for, all right, but it's not showing. I think the numbers are quite long, big as well. So sometimes that's it. But this is it. The sample size is 176 for all of them. The categorical variables are always starred. Take note. The categories are always starred. This is just for the input and output. You have the mean, the standard deviation, the median, minimum, maximum, range, skewness, kurtosis, standard error, minimum absolute deviation. All of them are here. You should be able to pick on each one and then talk about it. Please, I'm not going to talk about describe here. The next thing is to describe by group. Because you have group here, it's good to do describe by group. Okay. And what are the groups? Well, let me quickly check this. The groups are income groups. So here, type describe by, then the name of the data, and do the name of the data $income.group. That's it. So this one, instruction is that describe summary for each group. So let's say that you want to know for labor, which of the groups is doing well in labor, which of the groups is doing well in GDP, which of the groups is doing well in CO2. Okay. Once you do this one, this is it. I can't believe that these numbers are still showing so many decimals. Oh, by the way, you can see the results here. Look at. So first thing you see is a high income group. You have their means here. In fact, I just need to know how to remove these decimals. I really need to know that.
I managed to move it to Excel, then.
All right. So let me run this again. After using the options typing to remove, see this thing, if I don't put it that way, okay, remove initiation from results. Then you describe here. Let's take the maximum and the minimum value. The maximum value for energy is this, 1278. Now, when you go to the Excel and you go to energy, down here, you see that the maximum value is 1278. You see that? So it means that everything is in order. And the minimum is 566. Let's go and check the minimum in the R. The minimum is, there you go, 566. Okay. So everything is perfect. Everything is in order. Guys, there are two things you got to take note when you're talking about this. You don't need to do all of this, by the way. What you have to do here is to send everything to Excel. Okay? And you can export to Excel. Okay? You can export it to Excel. We use a certain command like this. Let me show you. So whatever you have, okay, you can export whatever you have to Excel. So suppose I want to export the result to Excel. I have to do that describe and then send it to this, wherever you want to. So if you go to your where, and let's say you want to send it to, say, my documents, or let's say I want to send it to here. Okay. So this arena, you will come here, then you will change everything. You have to give it a name. Describe here, let me call it like D equal to, okay, DE equal to. And let me run that. And then come and put that DE here because I gave it a name. And then here, let's paste them to this. And remember, they are forward slash, but mine is backward slash. So you have to make it forward slash. Okay. Every backward slash, make it forward slash. Every backward slash, I'm making it forward slash. Every backward slash, I'm making a forward slash. Every, and then here I call it new file, but I can call it D. Okay. And then I do write around this. Okay, I'm supposed to install a library called Library Open XLS. You need to install this package. Yeah, first time of doing things. Okay. So you have to install and load this. Install and load. This is an instruction. Okay, I've not even installed it, so I can't load it. Open XLX. Yeah, you have to install. It's now installing. Anytime something is installing, look on the top right, you see that the thing is installing. It's done. Now, load it. This is a one-time thing, then write it. Yay, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone there. So when you go to the folder, this is the folder. You will see the name. It's supposed to be here. There you go, DE. DE is right here. And watch it. It has been nicely arranged, but I don't even need to show it. Look here. If you look at the Excel, you see that everything is nicely arranged here. Nicely. Then pick on the mean, select the mean, the median, select the minimum, select the maximum, and then select the standard deviation. That's it. This is what you need to show. I'm done. Hope you guys understand. Okay. So this is how you send your your information back to your document. Okay, now I want to do this one, describe by group, because it's very important. You want to know which group is leading. So describe by group is a very, very wonderful thing. There are 3 groups here. Okay, so what I have done here is that I've shown the descriptive statistics for each group. Each group, of course, you can also export this. Okay, you can export this also to Excel if you want. You see, by giving that describe group by, give it a name and then export it. And then you pick only those few items. Now, check it carefully. High income 11, and look at the energy. The energy is 4,004. Come down to low income, they are 33. Look at their energy. Energy is 28,000. And then that's a mean. Look at lower middle. They are 88. Their energy is 32,000. And then upper middle, they are 44. Their energy is 322,000. So you can see that the upper middles are doing well. And one last thing you have to do in your descriptive statistics is check whether there is a significant difference. And to do that, we do ANOVA. So when you do ANOVA will just do a simple statistical difference of the result for you. Okay. I'll just show you how to do ANOVA for each variable. I'll just do for one variable. Okay. So I'm going to put this command and edit it and say, use ANOVA test. Use ANOVA test to check or to test if variables differ across groups. That's it. If variables differ across groups. And so let's call it, I want to give it a name and just call it result, or RE. RE. So I'm going to take the group's name, and the group's name are income.group. Okay. And then the variable of interest, because I'm starting with which variable first, energy is first. So I'll just pick energy here. So I'm just doing energy. You can do for the others. And then the name of the data is U. The result is RES or RE. Guys, watch it. What am I doing? I'm checking whether energy differ across these 4 income groups. That's all. Do they have significant difference among themselves? And this result, you will add it to your descriptor. There you go. Anytime the p-value is 0, it means there's a significant difference. That's it.
So
By that time, sorry?
do we have to check all the input and the outputs, or we
all
only
of
do
them? So yes, I just did for energy. Let me do for the next variable. And you can always check them easily. The next variable is capital. So you just post them. I just change energy to capital. That's all. Okay. You can do for the next one. In fact, sometimes you have to give it the name RE1, RE2, RE3. Okay. So the next one is labor. So you do for labor as well. Okay. Then you copy. The next one is, let me do that one. Number 4, labor. The next one is GDP. GDP. And the last one is CO2. Good. And in fact, you can run all of this and it will give you all the results. But we've done for the first one. Let's do it again. First one is just check the 3 stars. That's all. So in your table, you will not do all of this, or you just arrange the thing nicely. Please, do you all have my 2017 energy economics paper? I think I put it there before. Confirm quickly so that if it's not there, I'll put it there.
Yes, I've got that one.
Can you put it there on the page so that they all see it? That way I organized it. So it shows that there's a significant difference when it comes to energy. Let's look at capital. Look at that one too. 3 stars means that there's a significant difference at 1%. Look at labor. Check that. That one too, there's a significant difference. Okay. Look at GDP. That one too, there's a significant difference. And finally, look at CO2. Oh, hang on. I'm getting the same result. Ah, no wonder. I was getting the same result because here it should be on the end as well. Results 2 should be at the end for results 2. Results 3 should be at the end for result 3. Result 4 should be at the end for result 4. Result 5 should be at the end for result 5. So let's start. The first one, that is 3 stars, so significant at 0.1%. The next one, the next one is not significant. Okay, capital is not statistically significant across the group. The p-value is just 26, so it's not significant. Okay. You just indicate it. Let's go to the next one. That is labor. Labor is significant, okay, across them. Let's go to GDP. GDP is significant. Let's go to CO2. Let's go to CO2. CO2 is also significant. So everything is significant across the groups except blah, 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 blah. That's it. So when you have you put the thing in the group page so that they see? This is for those of you who have groups. Okay. And my good friend, you also have time, right?
Come again.
You have time. You have groups and you also have times. You have different times,
Yes.
don't you?
Yes.
You can also do it for across time. But that one, you only do it one. Let me paste it here. Across time, this is how you do it. So let me call it result 6. Result 6, you will have, you know, the time we gave it a name.
5 for now.
Sorry?
I think you're still on 5. Just check the first word there.
Oh, okay. So the time is year. It's year. That was the name we gave to it. So you will check are the variables significant across time? So for each variable, you're going to check whether it changes over time. That's it. So I'm just doing for energy. You see, so instead of year, I just put time there, across time. And that's it. Let me run that and see. Ooh. It means energy, if you check the p-value, the p-value looks like energy doesn't differ across time. In other words, over time, the mean energy level is not changing. Okay, so it will not have 3 stars. It will not even have any star at all. Energy is not changing across year. It's not. Let me see whether some of the variables are changing across here. Let's talk about the next variable after energy is what? Capital? Yeah, capital. So let's try capital. And capital is 7. So let's see whether capital changes over time. Capital is changing over time. So that's good. So all of these results you can do for them. And when you look at my paper, the way I organize it, that's the same way you can organize it. Okay, so these are the descriptors. The next one is a correlation. A correlation. Okay. So now let's go to the next command and do correlation. That's what you do. So I'm just going to put a header here and call it correlation. And then I told you that the correlation Excel one is beautiful, but it doesn't give us more. So do the correlation. You have to remove the groups. Okay. And to remove the groups, you have to use a certain command to remove the groups. I'm going to show you. In fact, before you can even do correlation, and also do correlation with p-values. Okay. This is do correlation with p-values. I'm going to do the thing. Our data is called U, so I'm going to put U here. And then I'm going to remove certain categorical variables. So anything that is a categorical variables, I'm going to remove it. Normally, when you have forgotten which ones are categorical variables, just go back and go around your head. This is it. The head will give you a feel of them. And the categorical variables are country. Country is a categorical variable, so you got to remove that. It's going to be the first one. Also, the year, we don't need it. We don't need the year. Okay, so you remove that. Every other, income group is also categorical.
Income group, part of.
So you have to remove that. I think that's all. Every other thing is no longer categorical. Okay. And that's it. This is going to give you the correlation, and it will also give you the p-values. But first, you have to install and load this package called H miscellaneous. So I just did that. Let's run the correlation. Oops. Let's see, something is wrong. What just happened? Why? I don't know why. I think the data is not even there. Let me see. The name of the data is you. It's there. Income.group. Country. It looks like income. I didn't even write income well. See, it's spelling. Spellings will always punish you. So always check spellings. Now it's working. Can you imagine I was scared because it wasn't working, not knowing that it was just spelling mistake that you make. So look at the top here. Forget about the Y because the Y is not necessary. I think that this Y, okay, I can even try and see if I can remove the Y so that doesn't even come. Because from what I'm seeing in the results, there's a Y which is at the last end. Okay. So let me create a fake variable for Y. And it is not in my data, but it says it's there. And run it again. It still comes. So I don't need to, I think it's automatic. Anyway, you don't need that. Okay, let's run it again. So guys, watch it. This is beautiful, I'm telling you. In case you don't know, this is so beautiful. You see, this gives you the correlation matrix for each variable. You can copy this and take it to Excel. You can go to your Excel here and watch this. I can right click and paste, or you can even just normal Control V to paste. Then whilst it is like that, you can just convert it to table. And how do you do that? Go to, what do you call it? Go to,
Data.
set. No, it's supposed to show.
It should.
Yeah, at the home, right?
Yes, I think I was using that data to eliminate, to put in
Oh,
the
data, yeah.
yeah, data, then
Text
it
to
goes
column.
to columns.
Okay, good. So you use data, text to column, and then choose next. And then you see the tab is already put the thing into that. Okay. And then you can click next and you can click finish. Okay. It doesn't normally do. So normally you have to use the other one, which is
No,
the
use the separator, doctor. Use the separator because it's got a space there. It's gonna move. On the delimiter, delimited, then
okay.
if you can go back.
Use the
Yes, text to columns.
then the space.
Yes, then use the space, yes. Space and the columns and the commas. Just tick all those three. It's gonna move.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you have it like this. Okay. And you can, in fact, first you remove the Y. Okay, I can remove this Y. Right click on the top, delete. You can remove the Y here too, delete. And then here, the way it is at the top, you can copy it and then paste it here. But when you paste, you have to paste in index because it's in rows. So you have to paste as column. So just do paste special and then choose transpose. And that's it. You see, I chose transpose. So it turned all the rows into columns, pasted. The disadvantage of this, I told you, is that it doesn't organize it like like Excel. Excel will not bring the top part. So you will have to take a time and delete this top part, delete this top part, delete this top part, and finally delete this top part. Okay. And now it's looking sharp. Okay. You have your beautiful correlation here. But what you're supposed to do is to check whether they are significant. So these are the correlation. There's something you are doing here. Please take note. What you are doing here is known as isotonicity test. Isotonicity test. It is in the document I told you, my paper I told you. It simply means that the inputs should be correlated with the output. That's all. The input should be positively correlated with the output. The correlation between the input and the output must be high. The correlation between the input and the output must be high. Finish. So let's go and check whether the correlations are significant. So this is how you check the correlation, whether it's significant or not. Pick the first one. The first one here. Remember, we are checking the correlation between input and output. So these are the three inputs. Okay. Yeah. And these are the two outputs here. So I'm going to check these values. Okay. These ones. So first of all, I see that between energy and CO2, there's a positive correlation. The more energy you give, the more CO2 you give. In fact, the correlation seems to be perfect. That's even strange. Okay, so that's good. When you come to energy and CO2, check it here. The p-values here are 0, which means that they are significant. Whenever the p-values are 0, it means they are significant. Whenever the p-values are 0, it means they are significant. Okay, so the next variable is between energy and GDP. That one too is positive. And again, that was also significant. I'm telling you, this is good report. The next is capital. Capital is not positively related to GDP or even CO2. Okay. There's rather a negative relationship. But the good thing is that it's not significant. Okay. It is above 0.05. Well, in the case of between capital and CO2, it's significant. So there's a significant negative relationship between capital and CO2. So the more capital you are using, the less CO2 you are having. It's debatable, but that's what the result shows. Just indicate what the result shows. Labor is another thing. Labor has a positive relationship with both GDP and CO2, which is good. And it's all significant. It's also good. Oh, beautiful. Man, this is good. So all you're going to talk about is that you're going to say that all the inputs are positively and significantly related to the output, except for capital. That's all you're going to say. And then, now that you know that these two are significant and these two are significant, you know what you're going to do? You're going to go to your your Excel. You don't need to show that particular significant results. You just need to come to your results here. And then, anyway, for every variable, check. So the first one here is between capital and energy. If it is more than 5%, if it is, listen carefully, if it is more than 0.05, it means that it is significant at dot percent. That's 10%. So normally 10%, we don't talk about it. Okay. So we leave that one. The next one is energy and labor. Check the value. So energy and labor, GDP and labor, GDP, energy and GDP, energy and CO2, all these last three, they are all 0, which means they are all significant at 0.1%. So to do that, you click on the number and just put 3 stars, 1, 2, 3. You click on this number, just put 3 stars, 1, 2, 3. Click on this number, just put 3 stars, 1, 2, 3. That means significant at 0.1%. You go to the next one, which is here. Okay, that is capital and labor. Check it here. That's capital and labor here. You will see it. It's 0. So that is 3 stars. Okay. So this one is 3 stars. So you click on it at the back, 3 stars. The next one was not significant. Look at it here. This one was 0.12. So it's not significant at all. So you leave it. The next one is significant. Significant, but at 5% because it's 0.03. 0.03. 0.03 means that it is under 0.05. So it's significant, but it is 1 star. So you have to do 1 star for this one. Then you go to labor, and labor was all, oops. So here, oh, okay, the star, it considers it as a times. With the star that I brought, it sees it as a times. So you need to probably bring a dot. And when you go to the word, you know what? Let me rather do a dot first before the star. It's just I'm doing it in Excel. Normally you can do it. What? No, it's not allowing me because I'm doing it in Excel. Anyway, so you should do it in Word. Okay. But I'm doing it double star because of this. Man, it's still not allowing me. No, it's not.
Maybe let's just use the color code, yellow, whatever, just to note.
So I can make a comment on it here. Make a comment and say 1 star. And just type. Then labor is 3 star. Okay, so that one with GDP, that one there's no problem. Okay, with CO2 too, it was 3 star, so there's no problem. Let's look at the last one. The last one is between GDP and CO2. That is also significant and that is high. Okay. So it means that as your GDP is increasing, your CO2 is also increasing. We are not too interested in these ones because the relationship we are more interested in is the input and the output, not between 2 inputs or between 2 outputs. We are not interested in that. Okay? So we are just interested in the energy, labor, capital, and how they relate to GDP. Okay? So these ones where I've highlighted here, that is where the interest is. Let me give it some green color. This is our go-to numbers that we are more interested in. And we want a positive relationship and a significant one. And most of them are positive and significant. That's all. Isotonicity test is passed. So that's it. That's how you do the correlation of the input and output. Now that the isotonicity test is passed, you can go ahead and then run your DEA efficiency. So how do you do that? You can run your DEA efficiency by running your R codes for it. So to do that, so let me give it a name and call it efficiency estimation. By the way, Twala, this is where you have to run your efficiency to get the environmental efficiency scores. You get it? Which now becomes your dependent variable. Which now becomes your dependent variable. So how do you do that? You have to create input and output matrices. There's a package you're going to use for this. And this package is known as DEAR. It's a package. It's a package. At Twala, there's one quick thing I want you to do in Excel. Do a line graph. Okay. In fact, let me see whether I can quickly get how you can do a line graph. Like I wanted to do a line graph of GDP and energy. If we're to arrange this Excel sheet, to look at it in such a way that the first long line is for energy, the next long one is for GDP. So when I go to the inputs here, this is energy, right? Okay, so I copy this. Let me go to a new sheet. And then I put energy here. Oops. I put energy here. Why? You can't paste here because the copy area and paste aren't the same size. Oh, okay, show it. Okay, so here, let me call it that. Okay, and we know that this is all about type. Let me just call this type. And then this one becomes variable bar. And then you rather have energy for this. So everything here is energy. Everything up to the end here is energy. Then the next one will continue as GDP. But hang on a minute. Anyway, the next one will continue here as GDP. And the problem is that it appears GDP is bigger values than energy. You know that?
Yes, far bigger.
So even what I'm about to do, and I know what I'm about to do is correct. If I should continue like this, and then everything here is GDP. So you can see that the next ones are all going to be GDP like this. Then I can take this data to R. Just a second. So X is here, Y is, So if you look at this one now, the X is var, if I bring it here. The X is going to be type, X is going to be type, in fact, what is the year? X is here, Y is energy, that's going to be my var. Yes, this is going to be my var, and then this is going to be type. This is going to be type. Okay, so I take this type, and wherever I see this section here, I'm going to put it type. I don't know why I'm using color. Aesthetically. Let me just leave it from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, let's call it T equals to read dot delim. And then I'm going to use the same clipboard approach, clipboard. And then I'm going to load this data. Oh, now that it's T, I need to remove this U. Okay. I'm going to bring this data here. Come here, run this T, and then you run this. Oh my goodness. Year. Why do I have year? The year should have been added. Yeah, I didn't add the year. Oh, but when you add in the year, we go to the first one. What do we have here? So you can see that we have exactly what I'm looking for, but the variables are too big to be captured. Oh. Let me see what's on this side. I'm confused. By the way, I'm confused. I just don't have the brain to handle this one right now here. So I would suggest that you can easily do it in Excel. And by the way, I can show you how to do it right here in Excel. So let me just go back. It's not every time that some of these things work for you all the time in terms of R. But let's go here. So this is even the input and output here. Are you with me? So now click here, Control, no, Shift, and then arrow down. Click here, Control, arrow down. It highlights everything. Then whilst your hand is in the control, click on energy, and then do arrow down. Sorry. Click on energy, year, control shift, energy. What is my estimate? Control shift, arrow down. What do I? So I've just taken the GDP as well. Oh, come on. And then the last thing I'm going to do is take the year because I didn't take the year. So this is for the year. I've taken the 3. Okay. Then you go to insert here and choose line, this one. This, anyone. And let's deal with this. So you can see from here, where is the year? Energy is really down.
Yeah, energy is low. Is lower compared to the GDP values. They are very high, those GDP values. Some of them it's 128 billion or so.
Yes, don't worry. I need to remove the year so that the year will pop. Let me go to select data. And then you go to select data, you remove the year. Click OK. Where is the graph? It's vanished. So let's go to the x-axis. X-axis, x-axis. Format axis, select data. Let me select all this. I don't know why it keeps not coming. Oh, come on. You see the years are not showing. I think I mistakenly took the first year. Oh my goodness. Let me just change this to be 2. Select. Then to include the first year. Okay. So as you can see, you were saying something. So personally, you know what I can see here? I can see that the GDP has been rising and falling. But then the energy is consistent. Do you remember when we did the test statistics, one of them did not show significant relationship. That was capital, right? The key point is that you can see that the energy values are really, really down at the bottom because they are quite small. But these ones are big values. I wanted to see the structure of energy and GDP. But that's the point I'm just trying to say here. The point I'm just trying to say here is that you can plot these things easily. For example, you can even take this one alone, plot this. Let's just take this little part. Go to insert, and then go to line. Then you can just see all of them here. Okay, this is just a little graph showing how all of them are looking like. But you can see that GDP is big. So because it's big, it's interrupting the rest. So I can take out GDP. Let's deal with only energy and CO2. Okay. So let's do only energy here. Then match that with CO2 here. I think their values are not going to be too far away. Like GDP. GDP is just big values. You see? You see that energy and CO2 are moving almost in the same direction. Okay, you can see that. They are moving almost in the same pattern. So, and let's match that of the rest. Okay. So this time, let's match energy, capital, GDP, all of them, and ignore GDP. Okay. We can draw all of them on one graph to see how they are behaving over time. There you go. Labor. You see, labor is been on and off. CO2 and energy are moving. Labor is also big. Labor is big. So it means that labor can now be plotted against GDP, the two of them. So watch it. Energy and capital and CO2 can be line plotted. Insert, line, and then choose this. That is it. You can see that capital is really, really down. But I'm sure the values of capital are in millions, isn't it? But this is it. You can see that they can move together. And then GDP and employment, labor, can also be plotted together. So these two can also be plotted together when you go and choose this one. There you go. But whichever way you look at it, GDP is big. That's the whole point. That's year. This latter year, what is making it big? Okay, we need to find out. Whatever is making GDP so big in this particular period, you need to check it. But whatever it is, I'm saying that you should do these lines. I'm done. Okay. I'm done, and that's it. Now, so these graphs, I was able to put all of them together. What was I even doing that brought us here? So you can now go ahead and do the efficiency. And please, to do the efficiency analysis, I don't know, I think we have to do it another time. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
yes.
also think so.
Yes, we can do it another time. Let's work towards Wednesday, and then I will show you how to do. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to send you these codes.
But I see, Doc, you've got line up to 960 or something. Is it, are we going to be doing all that, or we have to clean
What?
some of those line items that you have there, or you started somewhere
Which items?
on your code?
You've done what?
No, I was asking if you can send us the
codes that you saw.
yes.
They are not, you can't even understand. These codes, the one I just did with you, I've just sent you right now.
All right.
Check the family page, the group page. I put it there for all of you. So that's a step-by-step for all of you. But I need to do the efficiency, which I haven't done, so I can't send you. Okay. Unless you want my other code, which are not related to this.
No. I was saying I'm worried that up to 960 something lines.
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. I have other pages which is more than that. Let me show you. Oh, that's nothing.
When we're doing PhD, we'll come for that.
No. The thing is that sometimes you do try and error and then you leave it. Try and error, you leave it, and it increases. It doesn't mean that we've done more. Look at this code. You see this one here? That is 1,200 and something. Yeah. There have been codes that we have done that are really, really more than this. So don't worry at all. You will be fine. You will.
Do these only relate to those that are doing efficiency or to the whole group?
Which one? Only for those. What we just did is for only those who are doing efficiency. There is some part for those that did everything, but that part I need to explain further for those that are doing regression. But what we did It's for those doing efficiency, okay? And only a small part, not that only a small part, there is a proper part for those doing regression. I'll come back to that. But a part of it has been done here. For those of you doing efficiency, when we are doing the next one, these are the codes we'll be using. You can try your hands on some of them. I don't expect you to be able to understand them, but if you could, great. If you could not, don't kill yourself. Okay, let me see this other one. If you could, great. If you could not, then this is how you're going to generate your efficiency, CRS, VRS, all of those. You guys are going to use the slack-based measure. And I'm sure you've both seen the formula for the slack-based measure, haven't you?
No, I haven't seen the.
You have. You have papers that have that. Abba. Ask more. She'll give it to you because I saw it when she even opened her Excel.
Ask what?
The slack-based model, the formula.
I don't have that, Prof.
What formula you don't have? When you open your your computer, I saw a paper, 2 PDF papers you opened. Do you remember?
Oh, okay. I'll look for it.
Oh,
go
you're
back,
not coming to say, oh.
I'll go look for it.
Is there?
So it's been a long day. Yo. Prof, can I just ask, because I can see that we're closing, right? With my situation, because I'm not sure if if the problem is in my data or the R software, do you think I should uninstall the R and then install it again? Because I'm worried because when you type in some stuff, some formulas should automatically come through, but mine weren't. So I'm not sure where the problem is in the R studio, I don't know where the problem is now.
I don't get your question.
Isn't it when you're typing something on the R studio, right? Even if you can type in OUT, maybe if you want to type in output, automatically some words should populate, but mine, nothing was coming through.
What were you, it wasn't working?
Yes, with mine, you have to type in the
You
whole
try it
word.
again. Did you try it again?
I did. Right now, it's working, but I'm not sure why it wasn't working earlier on, so I'm not sure where the problem is.
You don't have to understand why it wasn't working before. I told you that the best way is to solve it by starting your computer. You started, it's working, that's fine.
I did restart it.
Yeah, once it's working, that's okay. Everything we just did, you can start doing it for your data. I'll put the codes there. So edit them.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Yeah. Put your hands on them.
And also, you see, with yours, when you write stuff, some of them appear as green. Mine does not appear as green. Hence, I'm saying I think something is just wrong with the whole software that I have.
Yeah, I think so. What you might want to do is maybe the way you installed it, the installation process, because I saw some things on the top in yours that I didn't even have. Did you install the latest? How do you know you installed the latest?
Because I watched your video, so I'll try to do it again. Maybe I clicked something wrong as I was installing it.
If you like, 2 things you can do is that, okay, open your R.
It's open, Prof.
Let me check the version you are using. Share your screen. Go to Tools and choose Global Options. Tools, Global Options. And then Sorry. Click change. Click change under our session.
Wait, Prof, I didn't get that.
Change.
Guys, can anybody hear Prof? Or maybe I'm struggling to hear Prof.
Yeah,
Can't hear
R
me.
version, R version next to change. There's a change there.
Oh, here.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So your version is 4.4.2. That's your version. So you are using our version 4.4.2. That's what I'm using. Now, close it or cancel it. And let's look at your R Studio version. Close this, click cancel at the bottom. And then you see the help. Click help and select about R Studio. Okay, hold on, let me see this version. Actually, you're using the latest version. So you're fine. Mine is not even latest. Yours is more latest. So you see where you have the save button.
The save button.
You see where you have add-ins under help.
Here.
And then under add-ins, you have net on save, net, and all of that.
Oh, here.
Those things, I don't know what they are. What is that? What is that net and sales and all of that?
I don't know, Prof.
Put the cursor on the net, N-I-T. Click on the little arrow there.
A little
Click on the little
where?
arrow near net.
The drop list next to it. Yes, that one.
Yeah. Oh, arrow. Okay, Prof.
Go back and click on the settings, which is on the right of the net.
This one.
Yeah. And what is it
Are you seeing
on the left
are you
of the
seeing the
graph?
same thing? Prof?
Hmm?
No, I wanted to ask Dumi if what version is he using, yours or mine, so we can see who has what.
No. It's the same thing. Don't worry. It's not a version. There's something that you may have done during the installation process. Get word. Run command number 9. Let me see. Why is that normally not showing?
And here it changed, Prof. So when I ran command 9, my observations and my variable changes. This is not my normal observation and variable.
Hold on, let me see. You see, when I run mine, it shows my working directory. And yours, it doesn't show your working directory. Okay, hold on. That might be probably the problem. Let me see how you can set your working directory well. Set Working directory in R. Okay. At the top, do you see session? At the top, do you see session? Very top. Click on set working directory. Click on wait. Okay. Click on clear workspace. Clear workspace. Yes, click yes. Now, when you run the D, it will not show. Run it, let me see. No, just highlight the D.
Oh. And then run it.
Mm-hmm. Always, don't ask me. All right, good. Now load the data again. Load the data again. Come on, I think we passed where you have to highlight everything and drag.
Here we go, Prof.
No, you should have clicked on it. You have highlighted the D still. You should have removed the highlight.
Okay.
Did you run it?
I did, Prof.
So you see your working directory is now showing. It's showing so crazily. Do you know the owner of the computer? The owner of the computer is KXZ173.
Yes, that's my print name for my, those are my credentials for the laptop.
And then you are saving things into OneDrive.
I think it automatically saves things into OneDrive.
You should have. No, when you were saving the work, you should have not saved it here. Anyway, I'm coming. First, I need to back to it. Go to my computer. Go to one of the folders and choose my computer. I want to check the pathway to your document. Okay, click PC. Double click on it. Go to users. Which one is you?
This one.
So which ones are the others?
The previous people that were using the laptop. It's a work laptop.
All of these people were using the laptop. This
Yes,
laptop is a very democratic laptop. No dictatorship. All right, click on yours. Click on documents. This should be your part name. Copy the address. Copy the address here. Double click after documents.
Double click after document. Here.
No. At the top. At the top.
Here.
After the S. Click after the S. Documents.
Documents here.
Yes. Click that empty space and copy. Highlight and copy. Go to your R. Sessions.
Prof.
Sessions at the top. Set working directory. Choose directory. Okay. Go and click documents. Yeah. Just click on documents. Have you done and click?
Yes, Prof.
Did you click on documents?
Yes, Prof, I did. I'm on documents.
So why is the thing? Double click after documents, let me see. At the top. No. In the address bar. In the address bar. At the top. In the address bar. Do you know address bar? Yeah, that place is always address bar. Make it bigger so that you can follow me. Make it bigger. Double click on the top of the document. Double click on the top of the document. No. I said the very top of your screen. Double click on it. Yes, double click there.
Wait, here.
Yes.
Oh.
Then you can see it bigger all the time. Now click on after the documents, the empty space, like you did before, on the top. Now, you know how you copied and then you came to R? Do you remember how you copied the link and came to R? Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Do the same thing here. Let me see. No. Where you at? Where are you going? You said you know, so I thought you know that you should have gone to documents and on the far right. Yes, stay.
Oh, yeah.
Stay. Don't copy anything. Stay there. Paste what you originally copied. Paste it.
Do I remove this?
Remove it and paste what you copied before we came here. You didn't remove it, did you?
I did, Prof.
You didn't. You're all there. All of them are there. Now you've removed it. So this is your document. Click any empty space down here. Below the desktop, empty space. Just click empty space. That's it. Click open on the bottom right. Okay. So we have set the working directory. Now I want you to save this file. Click at the top, save, file, and choose file. Very top left, file. Click save as. And then show where documents are. Click on document. I didn't say downloads. And save it. Save it efficiency there. Click at the bottom right. Save. Close and open the work. So you guys can always get time like this. And whenever we are working, you guys will say that, oh, I need to go. Take your time. Allow time. Now, I want you to click on file and then save as. Close it. Close the efficiency below the
I'll
word.
close my R studio.
No, I didn't say close here. No. Below code, after file, edit code, below code, come down and you see efficiency.rmd. That
Okay.
little plus times there, click it to close it.
This X.
Yes. Good. Now, on the top right, open it again. You should have an empty. No. Minimize this cell box. Go to the command window again.
Which top right, Prof? This side.
Where you were. Oh, come on. Don't tell me that you don't know how to open command window. You just have to minimize what is on your screen here and the red will show.
Oh.
On the left of environment, just on the left of environment, there's a little box there. That's how you open. Next time, learn it.
Noted, Prof.
You'll miss it again. Then next time I need to show you again.
It won't.
Click on File. Click Open Project. Click Documents. Click Documents.
I did, Prof.
Okay, close it. Close R and go to My Documents and open the efficiency document. Double click to open. All right. Highlight D alone and run it. Okay. Show head. Run head alone. The next one. Okay, wait. Run number 9. Run number 1 again. Run D again. D alone. Okay. Your Excel. Open the Excel and come and run command 1. Copy and come and run command 1. I don't know, this thing is designed to be automatically saving. But maybe we need to clear this data set. Things are automatically saving into your OneDrive. Do you have OneDrive on this?
Yes, Prof.
Is it company's own or your own?
The companies.
Your company, right?
Yes, Prof.
So there's a problem. Companies are preventing the proper use of your R. Studio.
Okay.
Now, in this document, you have efficiency here, right?
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Now, I want you to delete it.
Delete this.
Yeah, delete. Delete. Don't worry, it's in there. And then click on documents at the top. Why are you highlighting? I click on it. I said you should click on it there. It brought you here.
Yes, Prof.
Make it big. Make your screen bigger. I can't see. Click home. And click back documents. Okay. Undo. Click any empty space here and do Control Z. Did you do Control Z?
I did, Prof.
Do it 3 times. Okay.
Nothing is happening.
Minimize everything. Go to your document and click Save. No. Go to your efficiency document and do Control S to save it. Let me see. Efficiency document, the R.
The R. What must I click on, Prof?
Do Control S.
Control S.
And do File, Save As. Okay, it's okay. Don't save anything. Just close. Cancel. It's here. So all of a sudden, the thing came again. The working directory always takes us to that one drive. That's the first mistake I see. The second is head. Run the head again. Let me see. You know something? Let's change the name of this data set. Let me see something. Change the name of the D to E. Run E. It won't work, but run it. No, run the whole thing. Don't highlight it. Okay, so you see that even though you run, it's still bringing these things back. So nothing is actually working. Go to Tools. Hold on. Session. Go to Session. Watch restart R and clear output, restart R and run all chunks. Load, save, clear workspace. Terminate R. Yeah, click restart R and clear output. Okay, run the first command. Let me see. Okay, go to Session. terminate R. Wait. There's more to this then. I mean, the only option I can say is that something is preventing your R to work on your company's long work. Because anytime we even change the working directory, it doesn't allow it to be changed. Mine too, my company's computer is also doing the same thing. So that's why I don't do R on my. Yours, you are even fortunate. It even allowed you to install the R Studio. It will allow you to install R, but mine, it doesn't even allow me to install the R Studio. So I stopped. But yours has been allowed to work, but it's now recognized that it will not allow that to happen.
Okay,
So,
I think I'll go try it on another laptop, Prof. I'll just have to install it on another laptop. That's the only thing I can think of
but
now.
before that, what I want you to do is that your documents, everything is saved. Before that, what I want you to do is to uninstall R completely on this machine.
Okay, Prof.
Uninstall the R Studio. Okay. Whilst you work on that one, uninstall the R Studio. Once you have finished uninstalling it and you are ready to install it back, let me guide you through the process.
In the other laptop, that is.
Now, when you do it now and you're able to finish now, you can let me know by WhatsApp.
Okay, no problem, Prof.
Jonathan, your hand was up.